Welcome back, everybody. On April 17th, it's World Hemophilia Day, and we have two members from the Society for Inherited and Severe Blood Disorders, Trinidad and Tobago, to give us more information and to help spread awareness about this disorder. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome. I would welcome first Rupnarayan Robbie Sinath, who is a SISBDTT member, as well as Mario Martin. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Let me start with you, Rupnarayan. First off, what is hemophilia exactly?
Well, hemophilia is a genetic blood disorder where the person affected, they are unable to clot because of a genetic abnormality. So it affects like 1 in 5,000 persons. 5, so it's pretty popular, and we had to give awareness to our country about what is hemophilia.
And Mario, could you do you have information to share with us about how it is treated?
Sure. Well, hemophilia is actually treated by the use of clotting factors, right, intravenous. There are really two forms of hemophilia, what we call hemophilia A, right, which is the deficiency of the clotting factor protein 8, and then hemophilia B, which is the deficiency for clotting factor 9. These drugs are available from the World Federation for Hemophilia, developed through genetic engineering. And basically, when you look at the treatment for these drugs, they are quite expensive. So, through partnership programs between the Trinidad and Tobago government and this World Agency, right, these drugs are actually given free of charge for hemophiliacs on the condition that you have to be a member of the clinic, right, which would be the hematology unit. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have 3 units, right, available. One is at the Port of Spain General Hospital, the other at San Fernando General, and there's also that, well, not really a treatment center, but the pediatric unit at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex.
Thank you for that. And Rupnarayan, how prevalent is this disease in Trinidad and Tobago, if you have the stats?
All right. Statistically, we have 144 people who have been diagnosed with hemophilia in terms of over the registry. However, to date, we have around 43 people now, right, who are actually actively in terms of seeking treatment. Just this year, right, on the 21st of February, we lost one of our comrades in this fight against the disease. Kiel Virgil, just like to, on live television offer, condolences again, right, his family. He has been a fighter, very active member of the society also too. And, we do try to, as part of what he always said, it's all a community involvement and spirit. So statistically, we have about 143 people, but 44 people who actually seek treatment. The reason for this gap in, let's say, plus or minus that 100. Sometimes people migrate, the registry is not always updated. So there is always that lag in terms of update. Sometimes diagnosis may take place very late. For example, Mr. Rupnarayan, right, he is on the spectrum of mild to moderate, whereas I am on the severe spectrum, right? And this is all based or diagnosed on the clotting factor levels per person.
Kari, I want to interject here.
Sure.
The thing is that because it's a random mutation, that means that anybody, any family that may even appear healthy, they could have a child that could have hemophilia. And this is something that, it's shocking. I got it from my grandfather, who passed on to my mother,
right,
who passed on to me. But I'm a teacher. I'm been teaching over 20 years now, and I've met students who are hemophiliacs.
Right.
And the thing is that although I'm mild to moderate, without treatment, I would be in a position where I will be either incapacitated or I would not be able to function in society. And as a teacher, I consider myself to be a nation builder, and I've impacted the lives of thousands of students. And as Mario mentioned, treatment is of utmost importance, and we are grateful for the treatment that is given to us from the government, the treatment that as a society, the Society of Society of Inherited and Severe Blood Disorders, we have been trying to create a level of normalcy in the lives of hemophiliacs and other people afflicted by blood diseases.
Right.
So a lot of work is being done. Although numbers are not large, the thing is that it could happen to anyone, and we have to be aware of it.
And thank you for that little update there. Now, you mentioned, Mario, that both you and Rupnarayan are on the spectrum. What are some of the effects that you feel, having that blood disorder? What are some of the physical things that you experience?
Okay. Some of the, with respect to hemophilia, on that spectrum, we have where people may experience physical bleeds, right, externally, that is. That will include like clots. The time for clotting would take a longer time. However, with respect, in my case, hemophilia is actually, it manifests itself more in terms of physical bleeds, right. Internally. This would primarily affect the joints, for example, the elbows, knees, shoulder, ankle, right? And at that point in time, what may happen over time is if these bleeds are not treated, or these swellings as we call them, even in muscles also, it may actually lead to crippling deformities, right? So sometimes one of the ways of, as we say, determining as hemophilia, right? You look at basically there is sometimes, some sort of damage, joint damage taking place in that area over time. But with effective treatment and quick treatment, it tries to really alleviate these issues from getting any worse.
Right. And, the actual World Hemophilia Day is on the 17th. What is your organization doing to observe it?
All right. Ryan, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, well, we have regular blood drives. This is something that we've been doing. We've been having blood drives, and it's important that people donate blood, because when you donate blood, you save lives. And we, in particular, as hemophiliacs, we are at risk for losing blood, and hence we would need blood. And we encourage persons out there to donate blood, whether it be to us or the general society, because you are saving lives. And I just wanted to add, that as a hemophiliac, to recognize a hemophiliac, sometimes we're always smiling. You see, I always smiling here, because we have learned to deal with pain and with life, and it's something that we have to live with this disease, and it's a life lesson even for young people, that life is full of challenges, and that when we come together and help each other, we make living and make this world a better place for each other. So by giving blood and by this, even researching this dreadful disease, we can bring knowledge to each other. Because a simple thing like a pinch or a lash or a tap on your shoulder could be very, very painful and lead to disability.
Yeah.
And this is something that we all need to be aware, because according to the World Federation of Hemophilia has said that 75% of persons affected with a blood disorder, they are not treated in this world. And one of the goal of one of the division of the World Federation of Hemophilia, which is the global organization that we are affiliated with, is that we should have treatment for all. And as Mario mentioned, it's quite expensive. So whatever donations could be made, and we are not asking for donations as an organization, but what you can do is find out more. Go to the Facebook SISBDTT, Society of Inherited and Severe Blood Disorders, TT, and you'll find out more information there. And look, I have a jersey on. This is the I fight blood disorders like a boss, And this is something that I always encourage my students to, no matter what your challenges in life, you have to fight it. And if we all come together to support each other, we can make this world a better place.
Of course, definitely. As we all come together as a society. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just to add what Mr. Rupnarayan stated, on Friday, right, there will be actual a booth set up by the society at the Port of Spain General Hospital, and this would actually be based on sensitization, educating the public and this runs from basically 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There will also be a blood drive at Price Smart on Saturday, the 17th of April, which is officially the day for World Hemophilia Day.
Right.
And this would be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is in conjunction with the Northwest Regional Central Health Authority, and they would actually be promoting that whole blood drive. Members of the society would also be present to actually help and assist in any dissemination of information and to also garner support for the organization.
When it comes to the blood drive, how are you going to undertake that, especially considering the measures for the, to battle against the pandemic itself?
Well, all blood donations are treated with the strictest of hygienic levels and regulation. We adhere to all COVID-19 regulations because it's something that we, as being persons who are always around health professionals and being having many doctors on board, we always adhere to strict regulations because you're dealing with blood, and even when we take away intravenous injection, we have to make sure things are sanitary. So it's something that we are accustomed with, and we will ensure that those persons that come to donate will be safe and protected, and they will be treated following all measures. What I wanted to say is that our founder of the Society of Inherited and Severe Blood Disorders, Dr. Waveney Charles, she not only pioneered in the field of treating persons with blood disorders in Trinidad, but all over the Caribbean, because Trinidad is the leader in the Caribbean with terms of treatment and even diagnosis of blood disorders. So she had significantly decreased mortality, especially with young children. Because I remember I was diagnosed at 8 years, I think Mario as well. And it was only when our, what you call the milk teeth or the temporary teeth began to be lost, then we realized that this child or this person is bleeding at an alarming rate. So if it wasn't for Dr. Charles, many of us would not have been here. And I want to say thank you to her. I know she is with her Lord. And I want to let people know that as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, we must be proud to know that we have persons in our land that are world leaders in medicine, and Dr. Charles was certainly one of them.
Certainly. And with that, I want to thank you both for joining us this morning and helping us to better understand what hemophilia is and the ways in which it affects individuals with that inherited blood disorder. So I want to thank you, Rupnarayan Robbie Sinath. I want to thank you as well, Mario Martin, for sharing this information with us. And remember, you can always reach out to their Facebook page, the SISB DTT Facebook page, and you could get more information and find out how you yourself can donate. And remember, on Friday, there will be a blood drive at the Port of Spain General Hospital in support of this. And on Saturday, the 17th, it would be World Hemophilia Day. So you could always look up online for more information on that. We're going to kick it upstairs to the TTT News Center for the news at 7. We'll be back with the second half of the show after that. Stay with us.